Today in Delhi, the union capital, viewers, the capital of this country, which is an aspirational great power, you can barely see the prominent landmarks. You have to go and zoom in on Akshardham. You can't see India Gate. The city landmarks have disappeared. Qutub Minar, India Gate, the familiar skyline erased behind a thick, toxic haze. This is not fog, not winter chill, but poisonous air that millions are forced to inhale every single day, viewers. The AQI numbers are off the charts and you will see them. Look at this, 553, the highest it has been in a December month ever. The impact is deadly and cumulative. Damaged lungs, rising heart attacks and strokes, higher cancer risk, asthma, chronic bronchitis, weakened immunity, and this is where the uncomfortable comparison begins. Japan enforces the world's strictest vehicle inspections and advanced emission controls and enjoys some of Asia's cleanest urban air. France imposes odd-even traffic rules, car-free days and high diesel taxes cutting emission. Sweden uses carbon taxes, renewable energy and green urban planning, delivering low pollution with high quality of life. Singapore prices congestion, restricts car ownership and strictly polices industries' emissions, keeping traffic pollution in check. While these countries have taken tough steps, what is our government doing, viewers? It has turned on the sprinklers in Lutyens, Delhi, as if the odd squirt will settle the air. The tragedy is that not only is the government wasting water, but also taxpayer money as it chases optics and not solutions. Look at this, viewers. Anti-smog guns, pole-mounted systems, using 84 liters of water that could go to some poor people and enrich their lives. Each tanker holds around 1,000 liters, viewers, sprayed into the air, as if it's going to kill the smog, kill the fog, as if we're all going to be okay and we're all stupid. So why is India failing? Because, viewers, the center state blame game rages only. Weak enforcement, overlapping agencies, no unified airshed plan. Even the Supreme Court admits court orders alone can't clean Delhi's air. This is what it said. Lawyers' party should opt for hybrid mode, use video conferencing to appear before courts. And we are in the last week of Parliament, viewers. And this story, which is completely wrecking lives across all of North India, has not been discussed by Parliament. They are still wondering which day they should pick to have this debate, viewers. This is what the Supreme Court is saying. The CAK must consult everyone, take all on board. It's an emergency, viewers. Has the NDA run out of ideas? It's not looking good for it. Let's ask some questions. Anil Gupta, straight question to you. Have you run out of ideas, sir? Is that what's happened? What's going on?
Yeah, good evening to you and all the viewers. There is no run out of the ideas.
Really?
Before I answer your question, let me come to some of the figures.
Sir,
India
I don't
is
want these figures. Please, Mr. Gupta ji, I don't want these figures. Don't go back into time. We've had a great monsoon. Things have worked out for you. But this is today the reality. My child cannot go to school. Millions of Indians' children can't go to school. All of the north is covered in this. And you are giving me statistics? Sir, we are breathing it. We are living it. And you are giving me statistics? Sir, please, I want to ask you, where is the solution? Forget about the blame. I have not brought an AAP spokesperson. I have brought an environmentalist. I'm asking you, sir, what is the solution? Sprinklers?
I have not spoken even a single word. And you are just putting your words into my mouth.
I'm not putting any words, I'm asking you a question.
I mean, if you have invited me, allow me to speak. Not the statistics I'm saying. You question about the union government. I'm telling, out of 500 gigawatt electricity production, 250 is from the renewable energy. This is the achievement of the Modi government. All the power plants in Delhi-NCR are having FGT now. So all the noxious gases are being absorbed. This is the statistics and this is a fact. What we wanted to achieve in 2030, we have achieved. And it is also a fact. What is the wind speed today? It is 0 to 5. So there is no dispersion. It is also a fact. I'm not saying we have a good situation. We have a bad situation.
I want
I'm
you to
admitting
see,
this.
if you are really talking about how it's such an odd time. Maybe the wind speed has fallen to 6 or 5 or whatever it is, kilometers an hour or whatever it is. I want to show you the first graphic I put out of the numbers. It's a graph. And you look at the red marks in that. Yes, we have reached 555. That is it. But look at the lowest that it's been. From the 7th to the 15th, it was only 302 viewers. So I am obviously confused, viewers. And I'm concerned. And I want to bring in Mr. Jha. Is there something that the NDA is not doing? Let me ask you, sir. You've been up to the Supreme Court. You must have had a case. Tell us, what is it that it's not doing? Maybe Mr. Gupta can report back to his team.
So first thing, Rahul, I think what the current government and previous governments also has not done is to accept that this is a problem. Right now, hiding behind what you've done is not enough, because whatever that you've done, if the air quality index is still 550 or whatever, it's actually more than 800, 900 in various areas. That means that whatever that you've done, either you have not done it or you've not done it right. And that's the reason why Delhi's AQI is what it is today. And 38 out of 39 air quality monitors today in Delhi-NCR has crossed 500. Because it stops at 500, so we don't really know whether it's 550, whether it's 700, whether it's 900 or not. Therefore, I think it's very, very important that if this was an emergency, if this was a concern, if there was proportionate action taken, the situation would not be this. So therefore, to tell for a government representative to say that they have done enough and they're doing all that is under the command, then the situation would not be this bad. And by the way, your studio is in Noida, so this is not just a Delhi problem. I live in Gurgaon. Currently, today I'm in Delhi, and the entire North India, in fact, actually is grappling with this issue. But our parliament doesn't have time to do it. And in all of this, the first and foremost thing, Rahul, and I keep talking about it, and because we bring in the solution of Beijing, which the government needs to understand that everything Chinese is not anti-national. Their Beijing solution is extremely interesting. Beijing, exactly. And by the way, Rahul, what the government is now telling us last week in the parliament, that IQ Air or the international air quality monitoring standards don't apply to India.
So I'm going by, I am not going by that. I'm going by the Indian government website.
Absolutely.
And that in Lutyens, Delhi, it's 439 in a place called the Golf Club, which is a green belt.
Absolutely. And imagine what it will be in Sangam Vihar, or in Lakshmi Nagar, in many other areas. Because 3-2% density, area density
Lajpat
is very
Nagar 575.
Absolutely right. Right? And Daryaganj, many of these, and I'm not even talking about the 13 hotspots. So, Rahul, I think my humble request to Mr. Gupta, I've been on various debates with him, that, sir, I know that you have an intent, or I would like to accept that you have intent. But intent will only be known if we see transformative change year after year. If in the month of November, December, we are actually fed with this data or fed with this air. For you, it might just be a number. For our children, it's their lung capacity. You know what? I was on a show right now, on a physical in-conference show. Every parent said that they now have an inhaler or a nebulizer. Now, that should wake up the government, the conscience of our parliamentarians and our executive in some way or the other. This is not a propaganda, Mr. Gupta. This is something that people are actually facing, and there is an outrage there which needs to be solved by the government. I am not able to solve it. I can perhaps buy an air quality monitor 1, 2, or 5, or 7, or 9, but there are millions, or majority just can't do it. So accepting data is extremely important, and really bring those transformative changes. Be it Beijing, if you don't like Beijing, do the London style, do the Japan style, do Singapore style, do San Francisco
Mr. Gupta,
style,
you know,
but
we have listed some things that can be done. Odd even is something that does work. It showed it worked, but you resisted it. The limits on recycling cards, for example, you lifted. So clearly, there are certain issues. You have maybe, I don't know, picked populism over public welfare, I don't know. So please explain, sir, why is the air quality so bad? And don't blame it now on just the odd environmental factor, because I'm giving you a period of time since it's been bad.
When you ask the questions to me, I have to do some comparison.
Okay.
Is it not true that for last 10 years, Delhi got the tag of red letter day of the history? It is not a fact. If you compare, I'm not saying that we are in good position. Today, as per the CPCB bulletin at 4 p.m., we have a 427 average AQI. I'm admitting in front of you. But what measures we have taken, what the previous government has not taken, I have to explain in front of you. It is not true that as compared to the last year, we have 79 good days as compared to 66 last year. As compared to the very bad days, we have 3 as compared to 11. Now I come to the solution. I explained in your channel earlier also. We are working on 2 types of strategy. One is the elimination of source. And one, because this is an emergency situation, we got all this in the legacy. We don't have a control on the nature. We don't have control on the wind speed. Today, wind speed, yesterday and today is 0 to 5 MPS. So no dispersion is there. It is a fact. But we have to find a solution. What solution we are finding? I'm telling you. And we are able to reduce the AQI by 50 points as compared to the previous years. Delhi has a road network of 28,500 kilometers. On war footing basis, we are repairing these roads for dust mitigation. We are filling the potholes. We are doing the mechanical sweeping. We are doing the spraying. And one more thing. And for the long-term strategy for this carbon dioxide system, we are developing the new forest.
Okay.
We got so much thing in the legacy.
So, Mr. Gupta, you will invoke legacy. No, 1 second. That's a fair point. You will invoke legacy, but you won't be able to do it next year, right? Or maybe the 3rd year. So you're on the watch. The media is going to constantly ask questions. You will have to have answers. Fine. Today you've given me these points. You're mitigating. But I just want to make one point, viewers. When there's very little dust, when there's very little air actually flying around, very little dust gets picked up. So dust is not what is actually causing this. This smog is not because of dust, because he's himself saying there is no wind.
One of the part.
In this particular 3 or 4 days, viewers, it's not been the dust. And this is a fact. This has been told to us by even the meteorological office.
There is no dispersion.
Anyhow, I leave it at this, viewers, because there's only that much one can say. The government has to start taking this very seriously. And all of you have to make this an election issue. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Kick governments out who can't give you clean air. That's the least that we can hope for. Kick them out. Don't vote for them. Press nota if it comes to it. I leave it to this.